Vijaya. Today I want to talk about the sutta we was chanting. Actually, we was chanting an extra two suttas. This is in bracket 51, in the page 75. It's called Uṇhassa vijaya-gāthāVerses. This is actually two names to the same sutta. Like I said, it's a bracket 51 and page 75. We say Uṇhassa vijaya-gāthā, okay, or Uṇhassa vijaya-sutta, and this is actually the meaning of they translate it like verses or sutta or hesitation on the victory over heat, like a fire, like hot. So the one that overcome the heat, okay, the hot. And this is to continue with the Ajarn, the medicine. And actually the Ajarn medicine, it's continue or the same sutta. They are one, they're related to each other. They are coming from the same sutta. You can see it if they start of the chanting Ati Uṇhassa vijaya, okay? And then if you look at the end of the Ajarn, in 56, what you will find at the end, Ati Uṇhassa vijaya netita. It means the finish. Here the sutta finish. And this is gata or blessing that connect to the Buddha. This is the Buddha I give it. And this is actually very important chanting in the many traditions, also in Mahayana and also the Theravada. And it's this way is translated to many languages, the sutta itself. Okay, for example, Vietnamese, Sri Lanka, China, Tibet, even Jainism in India. It's translated Burma, Laos, Malaysia, Japan, Korea. So many languages translated this sutta, and it's considered to be very something like important. Okay, and like I said, these two sutta also Uṇhassa vijaya-gāthā and the Ajarn, they are something like related to each other. This is something like the Buddha, this is the teaching that the Buddha teach, one angels or the king of the angels. I will tell the story. Now, like I said, that this sutta is translated to many languages, but we have here, it's the gata. What the meaning of gata? The blessing itself. This is what the Buddha teach the king of the devil, the angels or the angels in the sutta itself. So the translation to many languages is the sutta itself. But this gata, this blessing, it's in all of them stay in Pali language. Why they have to stay in Pali language? Because this is the saying of the Buddha. So they keep it the original language of the Buddha. Okay? In all the sutta itself, it's not appear here. Here it's only what the Buddha teach. Only the gata, only the blessing. Soon I will tell you the story of this sutta. But the story itself, what happened and which occasion the Buddha say it, how the angels speak to the Buddha and all these things, it's in many languages. But when we look about this sutta is not appear in the Pali Canon. It's not appear in the Tripitaka. It's something like post-canonical. They try to look where it's coming from. It's so important. They chant it in so many traditions, but they cannot find it in the origin. Okay, it's not find many sutta like turning the wheels of Dhamma and this. This is something like that. When Ananda he tell the story from the Buddha, but this sutta they cannot find it in the canonical, in the place where the Buddha. But they still keep it as a sutta. Why? Because the meaning of the word sutta, it's a recitation. Okay, like to recite something. like we are doing now, we make chanting. This is some kind of chanting suttas, okay? Or they call it parita because it's parita, it's protection. And this sutta is coming to protect us. It's the meaning, okay, or it's kind of blessing or security. That's why you cannot say that don't give the name sutta, don't give the name parita to this, because the meaning of parita or sutta, it's not only what Ananda, the assistant of the Buddha transfer, it's also any kind of chanting can say sutta, okay? So you can keep the name sutta or parita. Parita in this case is blessing, so, and sutta it's mean reciting. But when they try to look, where is the origin of this sutta, they cannot find it really. The most oldest scriptures that they find it in many things, in palm leaves, they found it on the stones, they find it in many directions. And the most old, they found it in the 1668. It's how much we're talking about, maybe 300 years ago. Something like this, 16,068, something like 300, let's say 400 years ago. But also this, when you look, suppose the sutta is translated and there is the date when they write it and the name of the writer. But when they see what's the name of the writer, this is actually not mean who speak this first time. It means who is maybe the rich man that wanted this sutta. So this is the name that they write there. And the time when they write it in this occasion, but they don't say when it's beginning, the beginning of this sutta. Okay, but still it's important. We chant it in many occasions. Still, I will tell the story. Okay? So this is a little bit about the background of these two stories. Like I said, these two gatha or blessing, they are related to each other. They're supposed to be from the Buddha itself. The Buddha speak it. And it's translated and important in many. Also Mahayana, also Theravada they use. All of them, they use the Pali language, and sometimes a little bit different how they pronounce it. Even the name of the sutta, sometimes they use Uṇhassa and sometimes they use Uṇhassa, okay? And why this is the difference, and this I also will explain. Okay, so this is a little bit the background about the sutta itself. Now I tell the name, about the name itself. Okay, what the meaning of Uṇhassa? Uṇhassa, it means heat, okay, like hot, like burning. Yeah, and vijaya, it means victory or winning, the winner. So the meaning of the word hot can be translated or understood in two ways. One kind of hot or heat or fire, it's the heat that we have inside. What the meaning? Intoxication. Like ignorance, defilement, okay? Greed, anger, worry, doubt, all these things, okay? This is like a disease, the dukkha that we have inside. So this is one kind of understanding what the meaning of Uṇhassa. Uṇhassa, the hot. It means the one that overcome his own ignorance. Huh? But you can say also outside heat. What the meaning outside heat? Outside it, when people die, they can reborn as the hungry ghost, they can in the hell, they can as the animal, and this is suffering outside things. Okay, so this is not inside, but this is connected to the reincarnations, and this is also kind of hot heat. Okay, some trouble. So we say the one that by the take refuge on the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, he is the victory or overcome the inside and outside hot. That's why it translated like a victory over hot. Okay, the name of the sutta. Another one of translation, like I said, that some tradition they don't say Uṇhassa, they say Uṇhassa. Okay, and the meaning of Uṇhassa in Pali it's the crown of the king, okay? Or the top knot, okay? Then the Buddha have also on his head. And in the story of Bharat, I think in Chinese story, it's mentioned that later I will tell the story of the sutta. I go into the sutta, but in the sutta, the king of the Deva, the king of the angels, coming and asking the question, the Buddha. He come and ask some advice from the Buddha. And in the time when the king come, the king of the angels come to the Buddha, in this story it says that the Uṇhassa, let's say the energy or light come from the head of the Buddha. In the moment that the king come to him, the king of the angels come to him, like energy or light come from the head of the Buddha and go all over the direction, spread all over the directions, go around 3 times and come back to the Buddha. Okay, so this is why it's not so logic, but in one of the stories is the story. So they say Uṇhassa because of this. Okay, it's more logic about the first explanation. That says, so the Uṇhassa is like the crown of the king or the top knot of the head of the Buddha. From there, the irradiant light, different light, go around 3 rounds and come back to the Buddha. So this is another explanation why they call it Uṇhassa vijaya. Okay, something like the victory of the Buddha. Okay, the crown of the winner, something like this. So this is about name also. Now I tell you a little bit about the story about where this, when the Buddha used this chanting, or when the Buddha say this chanting. The story say in the time of the Buddha, after the Buddha make, we have rainy season. The monks have to do rainy season. They have to do pansa. Okay, like we are now in the rainy season. So we are spending the pansa each monk doing it in different ways. After 7 years, the Buddha, where he spent the pansa poem, he actually, his mother, after the Buddha, he was 7 days, his mother passed away, Mahamaya. When Mahamaya passed away, why she passed away after 7 days? Because actually she finished her duty. Why she finished her duty? Because she was the mother of the Bodhisattva, of the Buddha. And she make her duty. And then she have to finish her duty. When she died, she go to the heaven, we say Tusita heaven. What is Tusita heaven or Tawatimsa heaven? Tushita heaven, it means the heaven of the Bodhisattva. The mother of the Buddha, Mahamaya, after she died, she go to be Bodhisattva. She will be sometime in the future Buddha. She by herself sometime will be Buddha in the future. It means she is now Bodhisattva, waiting for in the future that angels will invite her to come to be Buddha in the future. So in the last life as a mother of the Buddha, she give the service to give the Buddha to the light. After she finished this, 7 days after this, she have to finish her duty. Nothing for her to do anymore. That's why she passed away. She passed away and then she became angels in the Tusita heaven, in the heaven of the Bodhisattva. Okay? Now, the Buddha was thinking, how can I, thanks to my mother, what can I give her back? And he was thinking that he should go to the Tusita heaven and teach his mother Abhidhamma. So, after 7 pansa, on the 7th pansa, the Buddha, he spent 3 months in the Tusita heaven. No, actually, he didn't go to the Tusita heaven because I told you one time about the mountain. There is Sumero mountain. So in the middle of Sumero mountain, there is the four great king. On the top of Sumeru mountain, there is the Tawatimsa, the words of the 33 gods. Okay, the 33. Okay, and then you have Yama. This is the next one. It's on the top of the mountain, and then you have Tusita. So what the Buddha made? The Buddha went to Tawatimsa heaven, to the 33. We go to the 33. There is a king. The king of the 33 of the Tawatimsa heaven. His name is I don't mistake. Indra. Okay, Indra. This is his name. So the Buddha go to the Tawatimsa heaven. Why? Because Tawatimsa heaven, it's under the Tusita heaven. So the Buddha want to go to teach in Tawatimsa heaven. He go to Tusita heaven. He go to Tawatimsa heaven under, and there he meet Indra, the king, with all the angels. Why the Buddha go to teach there? Because Abhidhamma is very, very difficult. Human being, very difficult to teach human being Abhidhamma. But in 3 months, the angels can understand. That's why the Buddha decided that he's going to teach his mother and the angels in Tawatimsa heaven, in the heaven of the 33, and which is on the top of the mountain of the angels. And from there, Indra go to the mother of the Buddha in Tusita and invite her to come to listen to the Abhidhamma. Okay? Yeah, I think you got it, okay? I hope it's not too complicated. The Buddha want to teach his mother in the Tusita. Okay? Tusita is on the top of the mountain. So the Buddha go to the top of the mountain, to the words of the 33. He meets there Indra. This is the king of the angels there. Then the Indra go to up to the words up. This is the Tusita heaven, the words of the Bodhisattva, and invite the mother to come to listen to the Abhidhamma. And there he stayed 3 months. Every morning he went down to the words of the human being. He meets Sariputta and he teaches Sariputta. Sariputta was the assistant of the Buddha. He was the right-handed of the Buddha. He was the only one that can understand the Abhidhamma so fast. So every morning the Buddha go down to the words of us, of the human being, teach the Abhidhamma, and then go back to the Tusita, to Tawatimsa to teach the angels. So actually every day he go teach them 3 months like this and come back. Go up and down, teach the Abhidhamma 3 months altogether. Okay, so in these 3 months of this was on the 7th Pansa of the Buddha. On the 7th Pansa of the Buddha. This is the time when the Buddha teach Abhidhamma to his mother. Now, when the Buddha go to Tusita heaven, it was one kind of angels that time. The angel's name was Supatitita. This was the name of the angels. He was living in the Tawatimsa heaven. Okay? This Supatitita, someone come and told them, you are going to die. You are going, because also the angels have to die. The angels cannot stay forever. He also have birth, aging, sickness, and dying. Okay? So in this time, exactly, someone come to the Supatitita, the angels, on the 33, and he tell them, you are going to die. And when you will die, because you have bad karma, you are going to be animals. Because angels, when they die, if they have bad karma, they also can be animals. Also, they can be in the hell. So he told them, you are going to be animals from sometimes, and after this, you will go to the hell also. So we don't want, we say, oh, if I can change my karma, how can I change my karma? There is a possible for me to change my karma. What can I do? So he go to his king, to the king of the god. He go to Indra, and he asked Indra, can you help me? You are the god. Yeah? Same like we are wanting help from the god, we are going asking, oh, can you help me to be rich? Can you help me to be this? Many of us, we want something, we are praying to the God. The church, the synagogue, I don't know, whatever, mosque, they're full of people, they're asking from the God, can you help us? Can you help us? Okay? So in this case also, the angels, he want to change his karma. So he go to the God, to Indra. And then he asked Indra, can you help me? Can you change my karma? Maybe I will not die. Maybe I will not, I will not go to the animals. Maybe I will not go to be in the hell. I wish to stay longer. So Indra said, I'm sorry, even I am the God, but I cannot help you. This is your own karma. Yeah? So you see actually what Indra tells them. Some things which is basic things in the Buddhism, that even the God cannot change your karma. Whatever you are doing is your needs. The God cannot do anything. And our actions, it's our own things what lead us to whatever we are going, what we are doing. It's very important. Okay? So the God told them, the Indra, the king of the gods said, I'm sorry, I cannot help you, but if we can ask advice from the Buddha, because Buddha is coming every day to us to teach us Abhidhamma, maybe we can advise with them. Maybe we can ask him if he have any idea. So they decided to go and to ask the Buddha these questions. Can anyone, by any maybe ritual or any chanting or whatever, can he change his karma or influence about his directions, what he's going to do? And then in this moment, the Buddha, he give him the Uṇhassa vijaya. The Buddha said to him, if you chant this chanting, because so much wisdom inside, okay, it can influence on you. And the most things what the Buddha repeat inside this Uṇhassa vijaya, it's about giving life. Giving life. How much is important to save the life? If you want to extend your own life, you have to give life to others. You have to save life to others. Okay? Now, I just before I will go continue, something very interesting I want to tell you. I told you that these angels called Supatitita, someone told them that he's going to die. Okay? But he also was feeling it. Normally for us, sometimes when people are going to die, they have some kind of feeling, maybe they're going to die, maybe they became old, maybe the skin not so beautiful, but also for the angels happens something like this. There is 5 symptoms that happen to angels when they are going to die. Before I will continue the sutta, I just will tell you these 5 things, what they are the symbols that angels, they are feeling in the moment when their life span going to finish. Normally, they are living in the good place. So they have garden, they have beautiful place. So in the garden, there is flowers. So one thing that happened is the flowers of the garden starting to lose their color. Like they became old. This is one thing, conditions that they see. When they are starting to get old, when this lifespan of angels finish. Another things, normally the angels beautiful. They are dressing beautiful dress. like I would say celestial dress. But what happened when the angels started to get old and they are going to die soon? They are losing the colors of the dress. The brightness of the dress starting to fade. Yeah. They are something like discoloring the dress. So they see something like they became not beautiful. Okay. And other things that happen to them, they are starting to feel sweating. They are sweating and fat coming from them by that. Same like us. Okay. We are every day. We have a fat. We have a smell. Okay. So the angels also starting to feel like this. They became gross. They are losing from their beautiful. Another thing, his own body, because it's not only the dress beautiful, also his body. The angel's body also so beautiful. But when they're getting old, they're starting to lose the beauty. Okay? They are starting to smell not so nice. The brightness of the skin of the body became old and not so beautiful. And the fifth things, they start to feel not ease, like pain, bodily pain. They're not comfort. Whatever they do, they don't feel comfortable. The place where they are sitting, not feeling comfortable. So they feel unease on the place where they are. So these 5 symptoms, it's showing them they are at the end of the life state. So this Supatitita, first time, another angels look at them, he say, you know, you are going to die. And another things, what happened, he start to feel the symptoms. So that's why he was despair. He said, oh, I don't want to die, I want to live longer, what should I do? So he decided to go to ask Indra, but Indra, like I said, even is a god, he cannot help them. Because karma, it's a karma of person. Everyone has to cultivate it. But the Buddha told them, if you will chant, you recollect this kind of chanting, Uṇhassa vijaya-gāthāVerses, every day, every day, every day. Yeah? And in this sutta, actually, he mentioned all the time the idea to give life. Yeah? This is when you see Jivi Danena. Jivi Danena. Okay, you see our Danam. Jivi, it's life. Dana, giving life, giving life. The Buddha repeated. Yeah, he said you have to make Dana so many times, and then he say Eka Daviti Chadu. It means 1, 2, 3 times. How many times you do the dana of giving life, save life to someone? So this will reflect on you. Okay. And then what is this chanting? Is when in this which occasion we are chanting it? One, this chanting is good for extending the life. If we have span of life, for example, people have a span of life, they need to die 70 years. If they chant it, they might have extension of life. So we are chanting it in this occasion. And other things, we chant it in the occasion for healthy, to make the people more healthy. Another things is to, when people hearing this chanting, something like the karma is getting better. Okay? And then it's also protections. That's why they call it parita. Protections, for example, naga. Naga is snakes, different kind of snakes, tigers, non-human beings, okay? Kings or whatever punishment that people have to receive. Yeah? So that's why in Thailand, in many, many countries, we are chanting it sometime after people die. Sometimes when people they are sick and they invite the monk also normal ordinary people, they're learning it by heart. And they are chanting it very important, very occasionally, okay? Normally, you don't chant this chanting alone. You make with combination with another suttas. So there is many, that's why this chanting coming, first one, after this coming Besajam, the medicine, after this coming the mountain, so they are coming one after the others. And this is the combination in north of Thailand. Okay, but in different places in China, maybe they have different combination. In Tibet, they have different combination. All of them, the sutta itself, if they read the story, like I told you about the king, talk to the Buddha, and this will be in different language. But the Uṇhassa vijaya, what we chant today, the Gatha, the blessing that the Buddha teach the king, this is all the time will stay in the same version with the Pali language. Okay, so what actually the Buddha say in the sutta itself? The Buddha say he mentioned, don't do bad, do good. So this is the basic phenomenon, basic things from the Buddhism. And then talk a lot about giving life, giving life. Okay, repeat it again and again. And then he said that the result by this will be healthy, long life, and happiness. Maybe there is anyone that we like to read, any one of you wish to read from the book in English, so we can hear the translation. Any one of you like to do it? There is anyone that they don't mind to read in English? Because if I read it, will be upside down. Martin is not there. There is anyone that he don't mind to read in English?
What shall I can help reading?
Yeah, in the bracket 51, but the translation.
Yeah,
the upper part, the upper, first you start from the upper, and after this you go to medicine.
Okay, I have to open this.
Yeah, please. In the page is 75 and bracket 51.
Bracket 51, okay.
So you will get the meaning of what I talk now, what I explain.
Okay. I'm opening it now, yeah. Bracket 51 now.
Yeah.
Slow, yeah, okay. 51. 51. Sorry, my computer is a little bit slow.
Yeah.
But I'm almost there.
I just remind you again that officially in the sutta, what normally how we know all the sutta, what come from the Buddha, it's when Ananda tell the monks sometimes after the Buddha passed away, the monk meet together. Ananda was there, the assistant of the Buddha, and he shared with the other monk the story, what the Buddha say, and how the Buddha teach. But this sutta is not mentioned there. So it's something like post-canonical. It somehow come after this, but nobody really know when it's come from. But it's really so much important that you cannot escape from this. All the traditions, they are using it. Please.
Yeah, I'm going down the page. It's a bit slow, but I'm on page 21, 23.
Mm-hmm.
Almost there. So bracket 51.
Bracket 51. Yeah. Uṇhassa vijaya-gāthā.
50 yeah, okay. So I translate it in English, huh?
Yeah, please.
Or I read it in English.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Okay. The unsurpassed Dhamma in the world is a victory over heat. and for the benefit and welfare of all beings. Grasp it for you, O deity. Avoid royal punishment, the fires of non-human beings, tigers, nagas, poisons, and evil spirits have died not at the right time, liberated from death, being the same for all, except death at the proper time.
One moment, Sima, you see what we say actually. This is what the Buddha said, the result, if you will make this, if you will chant this, chanting very often. Like I told you, it's what is good for. It's good for protection from snakes. Naga, it means snakes, okay? You will say poisons, evil spirits, okay? Talking about tigers, about non-human beings. It's, he call it unsuppressed Dhamma, but he don't explain what is this actually. But what the meaning is the teaching of the Buddha. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, please continue.
By this power may the deity always be happy. Having taken the pure precepts, may he lead a right and good life. By this power may the deity always be happy. The recitation which has been written, thought about, honored, and maintained is profound. Having heard his teachings from others, one's lifespan increases.
You see, that's why they invite the monks to make this chanting. So the people, they want to be live long life, or they want to be healthy, or whatever. This will influence them. It's mean touching the wisdom of the person. But he said you should do good and don't make bad. Which means this is the basic things of Buddhism. Now we go about the actions of giving life. This is the medicine. You go next one. Continue, Sima.
Medicine for deities and humans is of bitter and sharp taste, or sour and salty. May all disease disappear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Until all sufferings disappear, may they give you the gift of life. Gifted with the gift of life, may you have a long life, beauty, happiness, and strength.
You see what he said? Don't be negligent, don't be lazy. Give life, give life. For example, one case to give life is just to give food. When, of course, if you save someone, you give shelter. All these things is giving life. Even simple, just giving food it's already extending life of others. Okay? So it means the Buddha said that don't be lazy. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. How much you cultivate this merit of giving life, all these things will be beneficial for you, and your life will extend also by this. Okay, we continue.
By the power of the gift, yeah. Oh, can you hear me? Yeah. By the power.
You repeat again.
Yeah. By the power of the gift of life, may the deity always be happy. Who has given the gift of life will have an utmost excellent dwelling place and destroy bodily suffering. Giving is the best medicine.
Yeah. Other side.
Yeah. Therefore, one should accumulate good for future existences. Merits in the other world are support for the living beings. What will be the effect for you by this gift of life? They may be always of long life and always happy. Who gives respectfully regarding such virtuous quality, having given different excellent gifts, his gift of life bears great fruit. So it is very powerful, the attainment of merit. Therefore the wise men praise merits that have been done. The victory over heat end here.
You see, actually, this is show you that these two sutta actually, or these two gata, blessing, they are connected to each other. because only after the second one you say, now we are finishing the victory of heat, finish here. Okay, so it means that they are actually one, and this is what the Buddha teach the king of the Deva, Indra, and the angel itself, Supamipita, how he can help to himself if he really wish to extend his own life and not to die before his, let's say if the angel is living X time, or if we are, for example, living 100 years, okay, 120. So we want to live as long as possible by this. So the Buddha, this is the recommendation of what the Buddha told them. If you really want to be healthy and to live as long as possible. But the Buddha say, if you see in the very beginning, he said, but you cannot make yourself live over the time that normally. It's not mean that we will live 200 years now, okay? So you say you save your life from early dying. So this is about these two gata that I wanted to teach you today. Anyway, any questions? Anyone want to ask something or to share? Good. So if no, we will pay respect to the Buddha one more time. Araham sama sambuddho bhagava bhutam bhagavantam abhivate savakato bhagavata namo dhammam namasami supatipanno bhagavato savaka sankho sangham namami. Thank you very much. Good night.
Sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you.
Nếu mà lấy còn một
Listen. Medicine.